Yo, Joe!
Hello everybody and welcome to another figure review. I am recording these back to back. If you watched my shooter review, you'll know it's kind of windy outside, so sorry for the excessive noise that the wind may cause. But here we have Mole Rat ready to go. I already have him out of the package, but let's take a quick look at this packaging because it's pretty sweet. Mole Rat, Cobra Mole Rat. There we have a nice portrait with the zombie head or infected head, whatever you want to call it. Many are calling it the zombie head. I'm just gonna call it that for now on. Here we have all the accessories, a nice digital render of the figure inside of a cave or tunnel system, searching for that energon, which, when exposed to it or if things go wrong, you'll end up like this guy. Number 94 in the line, we have a nice portrait here on the side, looking very cool. I really love the purpley aesthetic we got going on. And then we have, digital renders, zoom in shots, and, his skills and abilities, the QR in blue, and this is a bit of a false advertising as I see it more as the reddish more reddish hue than the purple that they're showing here. Once we get a closer look, maybe with better lighting, I'll see the purple, but yeah, a nice feature of this guy is the glow in the dark, and I'll demonstrate that as best as I can. But yeah, pretty fun figure so far. I still have one of his accessories in this sort of cardboard piece because I didn't really bother in using the drill. But with that being said, let's take a quick look at his accessories here. And, I obviously already have everything on him. And out of the box, he does come with the zombie head sculpt. And this thing is already... Alright, well, this is sort of a tube, breathing tube kind of apparatus for his other head sculpt. But it's pretty stuck in there. I'm not sure if it's meant to come off again or ever. But another issue I had with this guy is this. Yeah, right out of the box, I cut him out and his arm is just popped off, and it'll go in, but it just won't stay in there properly. I mean, it still functions in there, sort of. But yeah, a bit unfortunate in that aspect. But accessories-wise, he comes with a fair amount of accessories. Like I said, he comes with the zombie head, which we'll get a closer look at later on. But he comes with this head sculpt, which I really love. I'm a big fan of the Killzone video game series. If you guys do not know what that is, I'll put up an image. But this is reminding me of, the enemy team and their design with their helmets. And, I remember them having, the dark red eyes and whatnot, glowy eyes, and having that sort of breathing apparatus as part of their design. And then, they would have a helmet. So my plan is to try and find some sort of helmet that will go over this head sculpt and hopefully kind of recreate that sort of vibe or look, similar to that video game series. I believe they're called the Hellgast. Very cool name, but yeah, this very much reminds me of that, so I don't know, a bit of a nostalgia feeling in that aspect. We have what I believe is his radar or scanner, kind of searching for different kinds of energies, looking for that energon. No real paint for the buttons or anything, but yeah, you have a little antenna and a little handle there. Pretty cool. And then you get, the drill I mentioned, which has, some nice silver paint to it. and then, you know, some detail there in the handle, and then you see the port there, which should port into this other piece, because this should be detachable. Man, these are tough. There we go. Detachable pieces. So, you know, you have your handle here, which will function with both ends. So you have the sort of gun attachment with the grip, which you can port blast effects on there. And then you have your drill attachment. You know, he's drilling for that energon, and that should go in there as such, you know, with the grip there as well. That's pretty neat, but like I said, I don't care much about the drill. I want these guys to be, you know, ready to fight. So there we go. Looks pretty neat, in my opinion. Again, that futuristic aspect of G.I. Joe, which I don't mind. But yeah, pretty creative from Hasbro. And then we do have his lantern here. I definitely see that purple coloring now, but it's not as bright as, you know, the packaging shows it to be. But yeah, it does have a hinge handle there, so that's pretty cool. Pretty minor details going on throughout this thing. And then you have his back piece, you know, different ventilators and whatnot for his respirator mask. And then you have a few clips where I believe you can, you know, attach his other, oops, and that just fell off, or fell down, I should say. But, you know, I assume this one goes here, and maybe possibly this one goes here, if it even attaches, maybe for the gun attachment. You know, you can place it there, something like that. But, you know, you have some options there for display. And yeah, that's pretty much all the accessories. Taking a close look at the zombie head here, it looks pretty nasty. You know, we're gonna try and get as much detail as I can, but that just looks cool. Again, not super bright purple, but definitely you can see some purple there. I see more of that reddish color with those kind of gems or crystals coming out of his head. Very nicely painted eye. The mouth is sculpted well. The teeth came out great. So yeah, very well painted and sculpted, you know. So yeah, I love how that looks. You get some more minor details here with this sort of green paint there, sort of some sort of meter, scanner, radar. I'm not too sure. You know, you have different sort of, you know, ports for hoses and whatnot. And then you have these, there goes his arm. You have these other hoses going to the back over there. You have a Cobra logo there. Does the other arm have it? No, he does not have another Cobra logo. And this is a new sort of piece that they just kind of glued on there, or kind of cut into the torso and glued in there, but just some big pouches. I believe these are new for arms in general, new upper torso, because the legs are bazookas, or at least up to this point. They are bazooka reuse, which is a bit of a shame, because this is a new sort of character within the G.I. Joe universe, I guess you could say. You know, this is a brand new creation from Hasbro. And, you know, it's very nice to see that they're also trying new characters, new Cobra troops, you know, other than just giving us all of the old stuff. You know, they gotta give us some of their own creative, you know, characters, and I very much appreciate this one trooper. And these are new boots, I believe. You know, we haven't seen these, so that's pretty cool as well. And in terms of articulation, he can look up a tiny bit, not too much. He can look down a tiny bit as well. He does have some great hip pivoting. His arms go out about that much, you know, they swivel in there. They have a slight butterfly joint, but nothing too crazy. You have the biceps over there. His arms are already kind of bent all the way we can, so that's the double jointed arms there. This arm has the vertical hinge, so up and down, whereas this one also has the vertical hinge up and down. And then you have, you know, the upper torso rotation here, and then you have the rotation at the waist here. You can kick forward pretty well, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, so that about that much. You do get the boot swivel, goes back, forward, and ankle pivot. Now, the glow in the dark feature, let's see if it will work as soon as I turn off these lights so you guys can see. And hopefully it's focused in right now. Oh, gotta turn off the other light. Now there is still a bit of light coming through into this room, but hopefully it shows, you know, the glow effect. So as you can see there, it's kind of working. I say kind of loosely because it is glowing somewhat green, but it is meant to glow green. I'll put up pictures. I know I tested it out last night and it kind of worked. But pretty much exposing it to some sort of light. I mean, I have my lamp here, but exposing it to like some light, you know, just putting the light directly on it and then turning it off seems to make the glow effect work. So as you can see there, that looks pretty good. And then, you know, the lamp here also has that same shade of, you know, purple, so we can also expose this to the light. I don't think this one works as well, but you can also do the same and make it glow. So as you can see there, that is glowing green. Very cool. Again, it's not completely dark in here, which is a bit of a shame because I'm sure it'd come through a lot nicer. But even the, you know, his normal head sculpt, his masked head sculpt also glows. So we'll expose that to the light for a little bit. And it should give us that same green effect. And I believe that's all the accessories that will glow. So we'll give it a little few more seconds. And there we go. His eyes are now glowing green, and I think that is the coolest feature that Classified has done, other than, you know, Zartan changing colors. But I don't think we've had something like this, you know, where, you know, characters glow in the dark. So, you know, it's kind of a first time thing for Classified, and I think it's pretty neat. I'm not sure how long it lasts, but, you know, it doesn't last very long. As you can see, he's already back to normal. And this one will shortly go back to normal. But yeah, that is the glow in the dark function. Like I said in my shooter review, she doesn't have that feature for her goggles. I wish it would have been a feature, but, you know, it makes the mole rats a bit more interesting and more unique. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think the mole rat is a nice addition to the Cobra troops. And it's a brand new design, like I said, a new character for Hasbro to make. So, I don't know, I really enjoy this one. You know, it reminds me of, you know, the video game series that I told you guys about with that head sculpt. So, I don't know, overall, I'm very happy with this figure. Other than his arm falling off on me, you know, I don't know how I feel about that. I did order a few more. So hopefully they don't have this issue, but if anybody else does have this issue, please let me know. You know, maybe I'll try to get a refund or something. But yeah, more rat here, definitely worth the pickup if you guys find him in store. You know, he is Walmart exclusive, but if you can find him in store, that's great. And I believe they're still available online by the time I, you know, upload this. You know, who knows by then, but as of today, as I'm recording this video, he is up for order, you know, because they are already in stock. So, you know, go get them if you want. And if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. I know zombies isn't everybody's taste. I know it's not my personal taste either. That's why I want to get a few more so I can display with the helmet on. And I guess I forgot to show this, but you know, you can attach the back piece and all these different hoses into his helmet, and that completes the look of, you know, that sort of gas mask look. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a future video.